Homemade butter. Be a little bit generous with it. Taste test. Bloody beautiful. This is the base of the mixer. I just wanted to show you that it uses 450 watts. That's on maximum. We'll keep an eye on it because what I'm going to do is attach the actual kilowatt meter and we'll see exactly what it does use on the different speeds we use the mixer. I'm going to open the cream. This is thickened cream. It was on special, so that's what I'm using. You could just be using whipping cream or any cream that's on special, really. People often ask me what's the difference between it's a side benefit, the difference between whipping cream and butter. Well, there isn't any real difference at all. What it is you make butter out of cream. So that's it. It's the same product at a different stage, and I'll show you when this gets to being just like normal whipped cream, and then I'll show you when it turns to butter. I've done this by hand. Making butter you can do by hand by using a whisk. It takes a while. I did that not long ago just to see if I've remembered how to do it, and yes, it just takes a little bit more effort, but if you had no power at all, of course this is run off the inverter and the solar power, so this is just using the energy from the sun to make this. And I purposely looked for a low wattage mixer for that very reason. And we'll turn it back on again. It's on low. Just run through these again. Second speed. You can see it increase with each time the motor's asked to do more work. Okay, we'll just take it up a bit higher just for a little longer. Starting to get a lot thicker now. Again, just showing you how thick this has got. See, it's starting to cling to the actual mixer quite well, and it's peaking. So we're not long, a few minutes away, and this will start separating into the milk and the actual butter. Buttermilk I'm talking about, of course. So let's finish this off, and you can keep watching the process. See the cream starting to separate slightly now, and when it does start to happen, it usually happens quite quickly. Right, what I'm going to do now is to show you. You may or may not be able to see that the actual buttermilk and fat are starting to separate. You can see this like little, I suppose the best way to describe it is like scrambled egg effect starting to take place. So I'm just putting some of the cream back into the centre that's stuck to this side. Now it won't take very long at all. You can see the colour starting to change. It's getting a lighter yellow. Hopefully that shows up on camera. Okay, just showing you again, you can really see like the scrambled egg type effect you're getting by splitting the actual cream. And I'm just pushing everything back into the centre again and mixing it up. Okay, it's not going to be long now. Alright, I'm now going to show you, not too far away, you can actually see the buttermilk starting to come through, as you'll see there. see it there. You'll see what I mean? See how the buttermilk starts to split from the actual cream, leaving the fat and the buttermilk separate, so it'll come together very quickly now. Okay, it's starting to happen quickly now, you'll see. I'm going to turn it down even low because the buttermilk will splash everywhere otherwise. And I don't want to get covered in it. You can see it really splitting now. The fat's coming together, the buttermilk's separated from the actual fat, and we're pretty close to stopping. You don't want to go any faster about now because you'll get covered in buttermilk. Just about to stop, I think. That buttermilk can be used as well. Alright, let's stop it now. And you'll see straight away when I pull this up, literally on top of the actual mix is the butter. See how the fat's formed? Okay, beautiful. That is your butter. So what I am going to do now is take all of this off. You see it's formed quite thickly, and I will actually take it away, take the buttermilk out, and I'll show you the next process to finish this off. So just give me a couple of minutes, I'll be right back. Like I say, making butter is not that difficult. If you get some fresh cream, you'll appreciate it even more. Like I say, if you can buy cream on special at the store, by all means use that. There's nothing wrong with using store-bought cream. Alright, you can see how this is all separated to an extent. What I'm going to do, probably going to need a bigger container than that, just so you can see it better. I'm going to actually separate the buttermilk simply by straining it off. And yes, there'll be little bits of butter going in there, probably not that much, but that is unbelievable. If you've ever had buttermilk just to drink, it's beautiful. It's great in making dough, pizza dough, bread, rolls. Okay, let's put that aside, that's the buttermilk. What I'm going to do now is just put the actual remainder in here. This is how I finish it off. Scrape out all of that from there. You can still see there's a bit of buttermilk to get out of there. And what I do now is just add, and this is just cold water. This has come out of the DC fridge. I'm just adding a bit of cold water to finish this off. You'll see what I mean when we get in there. Probably about half a cup of cold water. That just helps this last process, where I'm actually just going to get the butter and squeeze whatever I need out of it. Already you can see, like I say, this is butter. This is homemade butter. Like I say, people say, oh, it's too hard. It's not. I showed you how to do it with the mixer today, but you can do this by hand. Alright, this is not like it's impossible to do. Let's just take some of that. Let's strain it off now. And I'll just keep working this just a little bit. Might get a little bit more, as you can see. A bit more buttermilk coming out there. Just worked a little bit more. Now, I don't know what the price of butter in Canada and the US and the UK is, but 250 gram, I'm not sure what that is in ounces, not much. It's about $2.50 up to $3. So I'm going to get a good 500 or 600 grams of butter out of this, and that will cost me $2. More buttermilk coming out. Like I say, that cold water just helps in this final process. Okay, we're pretty close. Get just a touch more. So don't be frightened of getting your hands involved in your cooking or your preparation of food in general. If you're doing that, like I say, you're going to be eating healthy instead of opening a box or something or ordering something on the phone. Just a little bit more buttermilk to come out. We're there. Alright, so just a bit left. Now at this stage I will just add a little bit of salt. You don't have to add salt. If you do add salt, and I'm just going to tell you what I'll be probably putting in there is about a teaspoon all up. By adding salt it will last longer. It's the same process when you do your bread. You can have bread without salt in it, but I like the flavour of a bit of salt in the bread anyway. If you like unsalted butter, just forget what I showed you there by putting the salt in, and you will literally get to the point where you have unsalted butter that you need to use in 3-4 days. But other than that, this will now last 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, I'm just going to go and clean my hand and come back and put this butter in some containers. Just a second. Alright, I've just got to wash my hands. And I'm just going to store my butter. You can make fancy butter molds if you want to. Basically, I don't. I just put it in these containers and it will go in the fridge. So there's a good 500, if not 600 grams of butter, which would normally cost, well, at least, what do I say, about $5, $6. So I got this cream on special, and it has saved me a lot of money. But the other thing is, it can teach you, if you happen to get access to fresh cream from one of your neighbours, you end up with getting butter that you make yourself. So like I don't know what that is in ounces, but basically that is your homemade butter, which everyone can do. Let's just have a quick taste. That's beautiful. Not too salty. I don't like it being over salty, but if you get the opportunity to, don't be frightened of basically trying to do things like make your own bread or make your own butter. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.